is doing well. Let me see if I can find it on here. Lower the volume. We can get started. Hey, is that it? Did I find it? Look at that. Okay. Here we go. Here we go. First person here is Summer. Can I have a reading around me and JP Sagittarius? Expressing your wants and needs around the situation may be helpful. Communication either comes in or picks up, but slow and steady wins the race. Things look a little bit out of balance, or the two of you might not be on the same page. So discussing what it is you're looking for around this situation may be helpful at this time. Listen to your intuition, and if you're feeling undecided about something, don't make any decisions until you're ready. Queen City for tomorrow. Queen City for tomorrow. You have a new journey that begins with the Magician. You have the ability to manifest new opportunities. Old wounds heal and move into the past, and you may get some good news coming in around work, school, or business. You also could have choices and options that come in around social activity. Negativity moves into the past, and life moves forward towards greener pastures. Not bad. Bright as light. Can you tell me MR's current feelings for me? May think of you as somebody who is like smart, intelligent, hardworking, successful, like somebody who is like they have respect for. May think of you as like a loyal friend, somebody who is grounded, stable, and reliable. Lucky general. Lucky general. A disappointment heals and moves into the past. You may be spending time, maybe planning travel, possibly a road trip. You have a Sagittarius around, maybe thinking about going back to school, learning a new area of study. Disappointment heals and moves into the past. You could have good news that comes in around work, school, or business. Money comes in, finances improve. Take time, if you can, for rest, relaxation, and self-care. Shonda, will DL call me? I think he blocked me. I'm not convinced he blocked you. I do think that there's communication coming in from him. Even if it's a little slow, I still think you're going to hear from him. Butterfly for the next 24. Butterfly for the next 24. Lay down the law, set boundaries that'll serve you well. Take time for rest, relaxation, and self-care, and a disappointment heals and moves into the past. Making decisions that push life forward towards greener pastures. Listen to your intuition. Maybe spending time with a water sign, Pisces, Scorpio, Cancer. Hi, Mel. Lily, do you see the connection, communication between me and Jesse being able to pick back up? I know he's stressed at work and I'm trying to give him space. Communication could come in. Yeah, it looks like your relationship with him is out of balance with the Six of Pentacles in reverse. The two of you may not be on the same page, or something may have happened that changed the dynamic of the situation, but there is communication that comes in at some point, maybe within the next couple of weeks. Bright as light. Is Amar going to express his feelings for me? I don't see him looking to express any feelings at this point. If you have feelings for him, then you may have to be the one to take the initiative. Shonda, me and Sagittarius. Things may be a little slow because you got the Knight of Pentacles here and you got the Hermit here. So one or both of you may be taking time for yourselves, figuring out what it is that you want or need before anything happens or before things move forward. But ultimately you have communication either coming in or picking up, and you may be spending time together sometime in the month of June. Being guided by the divine towards greener pastures. It could be a little slow and steady wins the race, but there still should be somewhat of an improvement on the horizon around the situation. AA, work for this week. Work for this week. Work is okay. It's like average. You could have some good news coming in. Could have some new beginnings on the horizon, or feeling better compensated, better respected around work, school, or business. Nothing super exciting is happening either way. It's kind of an average week, but it's relatively pleasant. Not bad. Kick it. Is Steve falling in love with me? I don't see this person as being in love or falling in love at this point. It depends where you guys are in your relationship. It looks like things may be a little bit out of balance between the two of you, but yet there is room for improvement in the month of June. So things may change as we move into June. Let's see what happens. Lily, I'm a little confused because he was very affectionate with me. Do you think that there's a fear around him or some kind of emotional instability? I don't think there's a fear. It looks like the relationship is out of balance. So I don't know what's happened between the two of you in the recent past, but it looks like one person may be looking for something that the other person isn't willing to give. Or things have gone out of balance. Something, I don't know if something recently happened that changed the dynamic of the situation. Yeah, there's like things are out of balance. Two people that aren't on the same page, or kind of like a loss of interest. I don't know. I don't know. Did something happen in like the last, I don't know, maybe like in the last couple of weeks since you've seen the change in this person? Because it's like their behavior has changed because of something that happened. It's like he's not as interested or not putting in enough effort in like he once was. Lucky did one for Tanya. Julie, did Mr. Green give the resume over today? I think he did, yes. Most likely. Tanya, I called Edward out on his no call, no show. I think it went well. We spent the day together yesterday. Went to eat. He even took me with him to run errands. I hope he got the point. Good. Good. Yeah, I think he did get the point. I think that I'm glad that you called him out because I think there's going to be an improvement. Good. What's the matter? Can we put this? Mom, I'm hungry. You're hungry? What do you want? What do we have? Um, chips, toast, tuna, cheese. What do you think?
Chips.
Chips.
But I'm kind of good, baby. Would you give me one of my favorite kinds? Not a big one that they use.
Yeah, okay. Okay. Cheese.
I just heard a sound.
What sound?
Did you hear it?
The car? There's a car outside. Red, general. No. The hard work you put into work, school, or business comes back and pays off. Life comes into balance. Disappointment heals and moves into the past. You'll hear from somebody hoping to hear from or get good news that you've been waiting on. Anxiety eases and moves into the past, and you may have some money coming in or finances could be improving. Cyrus? Cyrus, don't do that. No. No. Cyrus? Let me go get that from him, and let me get her a bag of chips, and I'll be right back. What are you doing? What are you doing here? Here. You're welcome. Why am I choking? What am I choking on? Cinnamon for tomorrow. Anxiety eases and moves into the past. Slow and steady wins the race. You may hear from somebody you're hoping to hear from or get good news that you've been waiting on. Take time for rest, relaxation, and self-care. You'll get good news. You should get good news tomorrow. Feeling ambitious, be able to accomplish whatever it is you set your mind to. Not bad. Not bad. Alpha, general. Maybe spending time with the fire sign, Leo, Sagittarius, Aries. Teamwork is favored around work, school, or business. A little bit more financial security is coming in. And you have more money coming in. Disappointments heal and move into the past. New beginnings are on the horizon that lead to success. May hear from somebody you're hoping to hear from or get good news that you've been waiting on, especially where like work, school, business is concerned. Tanya, love coming in. You have a love opportunity coming in here. A wish comes true. A disappointment heals and moves into the past. Old wounds are healing and moving into the past. You have the earth sign here, Taurus, Capricorn, Virgo, that may make you an offer that will be hard to turn down. You also have fire, Leo, Sagittarius, Aries. Old wounds heal and move into the past, and life moves forward towards greener pastures. Expressing your wants and needs is helpful. And you did that the other night. So good. Things look good. Lily, we slept together. That's what changed. Less effort, which is confusing. Is it wise to let go? He still talks to me and says that he wants to hang out, but I feel something changed. Something did change. So you're not in a committed relationship, but the two of you slept together. That's what happened. That's exactly what it is. You didn't define the relationship before that happened. Am I right? Yeah. So my suggestion to anybody would be to not have sex with anybody until you've established the relationship. Because what happens is, and I learned this from a psychiatrist or a psychologist, that there is something that happens in the female brain and there's something that happens in the male brain during sex. And it's like, in order for, this is what they explained in the video that I read, and then I discussed it with another therapist because I wanted a person's opinion, not just a video. That during sex, a female's brain produces oxytocins. I think that may be it. Oxytocins, which makes the woman become attached or develop love feelings. The man needs to have the love feelings before sex because they don't produce it during sex. So if they have sex before there's an emotional love connection or an established relationship, it kind of torpedoes the relationship and they kind of lose interest. So I think that's what's changed. So what I would do here is just pull your energy back a little bit and let him come to you more. So, especially if it only happened once, it's not something that's been going on for 6 months. Like, once you've established like a hooking up kind of a thing with someone, it's very hard to have that person fall in love with you and become committed. But if this has only happened once, I would say pull your energy back, let them come to you, you'll hear from them, and let's see if we can get things to move forward. Slow and steady wins the race. Lucky. Do I know Sagittarius ready? Every general mentions Sagittarius. It's consistent. I don't know any Sagittarius. None presently in my life besides my kid, and she lives in Colorado. Okay, let's see. No, it's new. This person hasn't come in yet. So that's good. Fresh energy is always good. Well, the men are changing after because, like I said, it's like it's a chemical thing. So it's like if it's happened to you once, like use that as a lesson and not have it happen again. Like I wouldn't have known. Like I know, like I've heard so many people say shit like this, but it wasn't until I watched this video that it made sense. It's like, because there were so many people who I knew that were like friends with benefits, and it's like I'm reading for the female and the female's looking for a relationship, and the male is like totally like, I'm gonna hit it and that's it. You know, we're just friends. I'm not coming to Christmas. I'm not gonna do a birthday thing. I don't have to do that. We're just friends with benefits. Meanwhile, the female was always trying to cultivate more, and it wasn't happening. And then somehow I came across this video because I watched a lot of these psychological things. Because I know that the cards are like psychological archetypes. So it kind of all ties in. And I was like, you know, there's always more than what it appears on a situation on the surface. You know how people will say, well, he's a player, or he's a cheat, or she's a whore, or whatever. It's like that's not the answer. That's never the answer. There's always more going on. So if you're in a situation with somebody and you're really interested in them, the best thing to do is to hold off on any of that until you establish the relationship that you want. Otherwise, it's very hard to get back. You know, it's like you need to have, things have to come in order. And I think that over the years as society, we've kind of gone rogue. I'm not saying it was right the way things were years ago, but you know, there was a time where like people just casually dated and there was no sex. Like my friend's mother used to say when she was growing up in the 50s, it was very common to like go out on a date with everybody in your class. Like you would go out with Joe on Friday night. She said one night was for date night and the other night was like to wash your hair. And everybody did it. So like you would go out with Joe one week, you go out with Tom the next week, and then eventually you would go steady. We don't do that anymore. Like now it's like, you know, this one's hopping into bed with that one, and then they're hooking up, then they're not hooking up, who's blowing off each other, who's blocking each other, and things aren't growing the way that they used to grow. Not saying it was right back then, but you need to have romance and love and commitment before sex. Otherwise, it becomes a sexual connection, not a love connection. And a sexual connection is fine if that's what you're looking for, but if you're looking for romance and love, it has to kind of go in that order. It's like you don't get married and then date. You have to date and then get married. And the same thing with like the sexual connection. Anyway. Hello, will the next job pay more? And when will someone call me for an interview? The silence is driving me crazy. I don't blame you. I don't blame you. Next job should pay you more. You should enjoy it, and there should be room for growth. You have happiness coming in, and you may hear something like, I'm going to say between now and the middle of June, things pick up. So it's soon. Yeah, it's a shitty lesson to learn, but you know, everything is just upside down these days. You know, we don't really know. We don't know if we're coming and going. We're going. You know, you have people blocking each other, then people unblocking each other. People, I mean, it's just craziness what goes on these days. So I don't blame anybody for getting caught in a situation like that because that's the way life is now. But I didn't realize. I didn't realize. Like I just thought, and maybe because I'm just not educated in that, you know, department. I just thought, oh, it just seems to be that most women want relationships and most men don't really care. But I don't think that that's true. I just think that it has to do with the chemicals that get released. And nobody teaches us that. I don't even know that they knew that or how long ago they learned that. But anyway. That love for this summer. Love for this summer. You've got disappointments heal and move into the past and new energy comes in. If you're feeling undecided, don't make any decisions until you're ready, and slow and steady wins the race, but life is moving forward. You have choices and options coming in. You have an earth sign, Taurus, Capricorn, Virgo. Then you may have another Capricorn. New beginnings on the horizon that could lead you to success. Life is moving forward. Now, and I don't know if I think our society has conditioned us to be married and benefits those who do. Yeah, I know that's a whole other crazy ball of wax. Like I always think about what that divorce lawyer says about how it's kind of an antiquated, like you don't need that anymore. Like people needed it years ago because people didn't live very long, but now people are like outgrowing their relationships. They're getting divorced. Everything is messy. It's best to just not have a legal ties to have to deal with. But that's a whole other thing. That's a whole other thing. Lucky energy between E and me. Energy is pretty good. It's pretty good. It's grounded and stable. Like there's sincere, compassionate. I would say respectful. Tanya, did I do it right? Edward came over about 5 times, stayed the night. A few times, no sex. We did discuss it. Yeah, yeah. And you not only were you hanging out with him at your house, but you were hanging out with him at the grocery store. Like this isn't something that just started. You know. That's right, Mountain. That's true. That's what everything that divorce lawyer was saying. And now it's like we don't really need it anymore. And then there is such like there's such it's everything is just so twisted because you have people that like if you're not married, like people will look at you like, well, why aren't you married? What's wrong with you? But then like you know how many people that are married and they fucking hate their spouse. Or like they dread having to do holidays. Like how many people do you know? Like I know so many people that are like, ugh. Like if I didn't have to do this, so it's like, what are we doing here? Like, what really? Like, why are we doing this? Susie, T the Capricorn and I for this week. Things look okay. Well functioning with good communication, you may be planning time to see one another, listening to your intuition. Teamwork is favored, life moves forward, or things are aligning and moving forward. Mountain, how did age view my horsemanship this weekend with working with the cows? Good. May feel that you're perseverant, strong, like you know what you're doing, hardworking and successful, down to earth and stable. Pretty good. Pretty good. Mountain, how did N view my horsemanship and cow work? It's okay if it's negative. I'm still learning. I just want to know what their honest opinion is. I don't think it's negative. They may have great respect for you. They may think, well, they may think that you've made an improvement or you're improving because there is showing improvement and the hard work that you put in is paying off. I think that if you really did something that they disliked, I think they would tell you because they seem to be like, have that kind of personality. Like if you did something that they didn't like, they probably would let you know. But they may be happy and content with the way everything went, and they may either have seen an improvement or they may be thinking that you have like potential for growth. It looks good. It looks good. Julie, when do you see A coming for his things? I don't see it on the immediate horizon. I do see that there should be communication coming in sometime, maybe within the next week or so. But I don't see him like he seems stagnant. I don't think that he's coming by as of right now. Georgia, next few days regarding my dog Romeo's injury. Oh no, I hope he's okay. You should see an improvement. You might be feeling like there's a long road ahead. I don't know what kind of an injury it is, but anxiety eases when you see an improvement. Success comes in. Poor thing. Mountain, will H consider me in the future for work that may come up in my area? We live about 2 hours apart, but he sometimes goes to different places to work cattle. Yeah, I think he would. Just make sure that he knows that you're interested in the work. Yeah, I think he would. Taylor, general for the week. May hear from somebody you're hoping to hear from or get good news that you've been waiting on. Could have choices and options around social activity. Listen to your intuition. Take time for rest, relaxation, and self-care. Disappointments heal and move into the past and life moves forward. Maybe spending time with the fire sign, Leo, Sagittarius, Aries. Pop Queen, how did Bryson feel about the text message I sent him saying come by and see me before September? Okay, grounded and stable, content, happy, fine. Yeah, I don't know, did he respond? Because he seems kind of neutral, like kind of like it is what it is kind of a thing. Lima, why did Kurt delete his Bumble account? May just be tired of it. Might need a break. Taking time for himself, trying to figure out what it is he wants and needs. Exhausted. Like may just feel like it's enough, whatever it is. Doesn't want to be bothered with it anymore. Pallavi, love. Disappointments heal and move into the past. A wish comes true. Take time for rest, relaxation, and self-care. You may hear from somebody you're hoping to hear from or get good news that you've been waiting on. If you're not with anyone right now, explore your options. You have choices coming in. You have fire, Leo, Sagittarius, Aries. You may have a Scorpio here. You could have another water sign, Pisces, Scorpio, Cancer. Somebody may make you an offer that will be hard to turn down, that leads you to success, but exploring your options and being clear about what you want helps life move forward around love. Dreamy Daisy, think Mrs. P would let my family buy her house. I do think that there is potential here. Yeah, that could be possible. Kimon, general. You have your luck changing for the better quickly, and you may be spending time with an air sign, Libra, Aquarius, Gemini. No longer holding yourself back. You may be working on a new creative project or creative hobby. The weight of the world slips off your shoulders. New beginnings are on the horizon, and a wish comes true. Could be spending time with an Aquarius. Ruchi, what's coming in next in love? A disappointment heals and moves into the past, and happiness comes in when you explore your options. Next relationship you enter could have long-term potential. Life is moving forward, so it's probably new energy coming in. You've got water, Pisces, Scorpio, Cancer. You also have an Aries, and then you have a Sagittarius. Old wounds heal and move into the past. Life is moving forward towards greener pastures, but explore your options. Nicole just wanted a general reading for the summer. Pretty good. You've got life coming into balance and success around work, school, or business. Feeling ambitious, be able to accomplish whatever you set your mind to. You're no longer holding yourself back. New beginnings are on the horizon that lead to success. Paying off a bill, a debt, or a loan could make you feel relief. You may be planning travel, possibly a road trip. Could be working on a new creative project or creative hobby. Maybe spending time with a Virgo and a Cancer. CT, so recently my friends group went out together and did not invite me. What was P even thinking? Shows that the situation is a little bit out of balance, but there's a miscommunication. Could they have thought that you had other plans? Undecided. Undecided, things are out of balance. I hope you call them out on it. If you haven't called them out on it, I would call them out on it, because it shows that there could be a miscommunication. Although, even if they thought you had other plans, they could have asked anyway. The Hermit is here, but it's not in reverse, so they don't, whoever these people are, they're not thinking they did anything wrong. They may not be speaking, but they're not thinking that they did anything wrong. So I would call them out on it, just to clear things up for your own self. Fen, love for the summer. If you're already with someone, your current relationship should be functioning well. A disappointment heals and moves into the past. You're no longer holding yourself back, and cause for celebration comes in. If you're not with anyone, same thing holds true, but it looks like new energy coming in. That could be a Cancer, could be an Aries. With the Magician, you have the ability to manifest new opportunities. Life is moving forward, not backwards, so it's probably new energy coming in. A disappointment heals and moves into the past. Explore your options, leads to success around love. Joe, what should I expect this year financially? Life's moving forward. So you got cause for celebration that comes in around finances improving big picture. So you may not, there could be ups and downs along the way, but big picture finances are improving. Maybe adding a new side business, side project, side hustle. You may have an idea or another way of bringing in a stream of income that may be helpful. Listen to your intuition. You also could be thinking about going back to school or learning a new area of study. Now, if you're waiting on money, you may have Ten of Pentacles is not necessarily earned income. It could be a tax return, inheritance, a sign-on bonus, money, a loan, whatever it is. It's money coming in, a large sum of money coming in. So you should be seeing an improvement in finances, big picture, between now and the end of the year. Lizette, general between me and Gemini. You may have communication coming in or picking up. A wish comes true around communication. Disappointments heal and move into the past. Don't be afraid to express your wants and needs around the situation. Although it's slow and steady wins the race, life is moving forward. Lucinda, general. You've got something nice happening around the home, moving homes, changing homes, upgrading your home, and a wish comes true. You have growth, change, and transformation coming in and around work, school, or business, maybe spending time with a Gemini or a Libra. Choices and options around social activity. Old wounds heal and move into the past, and life moves forward. Take time for rest, relaxation, and self-care. Georgia, he was 14. He fell on the concrete, didn't want to get up, but he's better tonight. I think he's going to be okay. But I fucking hate when they get older. I really do. It makes me so sad. You know what I went through with Dylan. It's so hard. So hard. My most handsome man. And then there's Cyrus. Oh, look at him. I just fucking love him. He was my guy. Look at how cute Cyrus was when he was little. Look at how little he was. Look at that goat. That goat was really funny. He would let you brush him with the brush. You know, they had brushes there. And then every once in a while he would get annoyed and like headbutt you. But not hard, but he would like headbutt you. I gotta piss off a goat. I didn't, Avery did. Red, after I say what I say in court, how will they feel? Whatever happens here, they may feel embarrassed or ashamed. Out of balance. So I don't know what's going on, but you'll make your point. Cosmic, my interview is coming up with admin marketing. Should I worry of not getting it? Manager gave me a word of advice not to take it personal if I don't get the role. Does that mean anything? It doesn't mean anything, no. First of all, even if you don't get that role, you still could get hired with this company because there's choices and options. But I understand what they're saying because it's like we take things personal, right? Because we're human. But it isn't personal because it's like they need the best person for the job. And think of it, like there's only one person that is going to get the job, and how many people could be interviewing. And I've said this before. When I worked, I mean, everything got fucked up around that job. So this is why I don't work there anymore, because I got a big mouth. I mean, really don't have a big mouth, but things like this really piss me off, and I have to say something about it. When I started working there, I was hired at the interview. Like my brother worked there. The girl that used to do the billing, I don't know, she never showed up for work. They were having problems with her. They fired her. They needed somebody. I needed a full-time job. I was only working part-time. And I literally went in there and they were like, well, your brother works here, and he wouldn't suggest you to work here if he didn't think that you could do the job. And you're probably not allowed to do this anymore. But my boss said that he watched me pull in because he wanted to see what kind of a car I drove. Not because he cared about whether or not I had like a fancy car, but he wanted to see a reliable car because I guess that was an excuse that people always had. The car broke down. Or like people would go out to lunch, oh, my car broke down and I can't come back, that kind of bullshit. And I wasn't going to pull that. I had a reliable car and I'm just wasn't that person. I always went to work. Well, and when I got hired, he said to me, I swear to God, he said, we don't like concert t-shirts and we don't like ripped jeans, but you could pretty much wear whatever you want. There's nobody here. Like, there was no customers that really came into the building. So I worked at a grocery store at night, so I used to wear things that I could wear to the grocery store, which was usually black pants. Anyway, so I wanted to wear something. I'd have to change clothes, whatever. And then they took on a human resources woman, and she started making up all these fucking rules. Where was I going with this? Oh, okay. So at some point, my friend, who was the receptionist, went to the marketing department. And it was simple. It's like the marketing woman left, so they gave her the job, and then they hired a receptionist. I kid you not. I kid you not. They fucking interviewed everybody. I mean, shy of Jesus Christ. I swear to God. It took them months to hire somebody. At the time, my sister-in-law was out of a job. She had gotten laid off because she worked for Verizon, and they were relocating to like North Carolina. So she got laid off, and my brother had been working there. He wasn't working there at this point. He had already moved on, but I was working there. My sister-in-law knows how to answer the phone. I mean, I can't tell you how long the interview process went on for somebody who just had to answer the phone. I'm not taking anything away from the receptionist. The woman that they wound up hiring, she was a retired school teacher, Amy. She was very nice. I really liked her. But I mean, did it have to take months? And then like I have to open my mouth because it's like we had this woman, Barbara. Barbara was hysterical. She worked with me in the accounting department, and I don't know how she got suckered into it, but she at some point had to go up and work on the switchboard when there was no receptionist there. And then that took her away from her work in the accounting department. And it's like, can we get someone to answer the phone? I mean, what are we doing? Why? Why does it have to take so long? I don't know what's going on over there now, but you see, that's the kind of shit I have no patience for. And then I have to say it. It's got to come out of my mouth. And that's why I would always get in trouble. I mean, I wouldn't get in trouble, but I would get in trouble because it's like, I'm here doing my job. Do you have to give me a fucking hard time about whether I'm wearing a tank top or a boat cut shirt? I mean, I'm not screwing around. I'm not throwing myself in anyone's lap. I'm doing my work. Can you leave me the fuck alone? No, I always had a problem. Anyway, let me just shut my mouth and continue. But anyway, basically what they're saying is it's not a personal thing. It's going to be a process. That's what I think of their process. Mountain, how did Penny feel about this past weekend's work? Good. Grounded and stable. Happy and content. Anxiety is eased. Pretty good. Pretty good. Gabs, how did Spencer feel when he read the letter I sent regarding Eden? Is Spencer intimidated by me? Whatever it was that you said, did he know that it was you that wrote the letter? I do think he's a little intimidated by you, but I'm not sure if that has anything to do with the letter. They may be two separate things. But whatever you said in the letter, he kind of agrees with it. Yeah, he doesn't think, like, he may feel the same way. And he may feel like, I don't know. So, for some reason, I'm feeling like he doesn't know you wrote the letter, or he doesn't know for sure you wrote the letter. But he's feeling almost like, well, it's a good thing someone had the nerve to say something. Like that kind of a thing. Like, I'm glad somebody said it. Do you remember the story? Craziness. What do you need me to do? Reboot it? Yeah.
stuck in the wall with his head. You see that video of the sewer.
Oh my goodness, what's happening here to my cheap fan? Okay, let's see. Brenda, general for tonight and tomorrow. You may have good news coming around work, school, or business. A disappointment heals and moves into the past. Old wounds heal and move into the past. You may be feeling better compensated, better respected around work, school, or business. Maybe spending time with an Earth sign, Taurus, Capricorn, Virgo, or Water, Pisces, Scorpio, Cancer. Take time for rest, relaxation, and self-care. Dr. Sony wants the blue cards. Life experience, Archangel Chamuel, significant life event, a powerful revelation that leads to change. It's time to spread your wings. The star, Archangel Jophiel, happy times, make positive, optimistic, long-term plans. You're on the right path. Chariot, Archangel Metatron, an important achievement, self-discipline, and willpower of public recognition. Davey, what does Tarot want me to know? What does Tarot want me to know? Teamwork is favored around work, school, or business. Disappointments heal and move into the past. You'll hear from somebody you're hoping to hear from or get good news that you've been waiting on. May reconnect with an old friend or somebody from the past. Walk away from people, places, and things that no longer serve you. Life changes for you for the better quickly when you're clear about your wants and needs. Macy, can I have a general for the rest of the week? Teamwork is favored around work, school, or business. Maybe working on a new creative project or creative hobby. Disappointments heal and move into the past. A new journey begins around work, school, or business. Slow and steady wins the race, but life is moving forward on stable ground. Samantha, what is T's next move towards me after me and her argued? I don't trust her. I don't trust her either. You got the Seven of Swords here, which can indicate that she betrayed you or she has the potential to betray you. I don't see much happening though, although there could be communication coming in. It depends what your relationship is like with her. If this is someone you have to see like from time to time, or you see this person like frequently, there could be communication that comes in, but I don't think that she's going to go out of her way to contact you or anything like that right now. I would just kind of let sleeping dogs lie and keep her at arm's length. Tanya, general. Could have some romance heating up. A disappointment is healing and moving into the past. Life is moving forward. You may have something nice happening around the home, moving homes, changing homes, upgrading your home. Could be spending time with Capricorn. Negativity is moving into the past. New beginnings are on the horizon. Listen to your intuition. And you may be planning travel. Love Sassy, general. Empress is bringing in love and money or more of it. Lay down the law, set boundaries. It'll serve you well, and you may be spending time with the Taurus. You may be spending time with the Scorpio. Solution to a problem is in front of you. You'll figure it out before the end of June. You'll have choices and options around social activity, and perseverance pays off around work, school, or business. You also may be planning travel. Julie, when will I hear back from Mr. Green's people at MS? I'm going to say maybe within the next 2 weeks. Like 10 to 14 days. Cosmic, your stories are similar to my situation at GS. It's been months since the receptionist left Part of me feels like they want to keep me as the receptionist eventually, but the way less pay. See, that's wrong. That's not right. But I mean, it's like, this is what I'm saying. Like, they need a receptionist. You need a job. Like, what are we waiting for? What are we waiting for? I'm not really sure what we're waiting on. I mean, this is what I don't understand. Why does everything have to be so difficult? Right before the pandemic, my poor brother, he worked for a company for a long time and he really liked it. And he worked for like 15 years. And it seemed to be like the 15, even at my company, once you kind of got to 15 years, they were letting you go. Well, they let him go. And he had done, I'm not kidding, this, it was like a mile up the road from his house. He had done 5 interviews for this company, 5 interviews. And he was pretty sure that he had the job. And then the pandemic hit and he never heard from them again. And whatever happened, happened. And, but I mean, how many interviews? Like, until, it's like dating someone. You date somebody 3 times, you don't know, you know, you have to like know them. It takes time. You're not going to know somebody's work ethic until you work with them, and they already know yours because you're working there. So why? What's the problem? That's what I don't fucking get. Lima, how is my Nana doing? She'll be doing okay. She's got a wish that come true, and she's got, her luck is changing for the better. Areas of her life that have been stuck or stagnant should now start to move forward. She should be doing okay. Oh, it's okay, Cosmic. He found another job, and he's pretty content with the place he's working in. And you know what's funny? This is such a me thing and not him. Like, he's the exact opposite, but his company just, they bought another building, and it happened to be an old theater. And you know what, the old theaters, they always say that they're haunted. My brother doesn't believe in shit like that, but he's like, he said it to me on several, he's like, that place is haunted. And he showed me videos. He's like, there is nobody in this building but me. Nobody in the building but me. And the fucking urinals in the bathroom are flushing. And he's got it on video. He's like, I'm the only person in this building, and the urinals are flushing. And then he had a couple of other instances, and then he had another guy that works there that was in his office, and he went in, I forgot what the guy's name was, but he went in and he was like, oh, how's your day going? And the guy goes, everything's fine, just hanging out here with me and the ghost. Like, you need to sage that place. Martisha, good news coming in. Yeah, you got good news coming in around work, school, or business. A disappointment is healing and moving into the past. Perseverance pays off around work, school, or business. Being guided by the divine towards greener pastures. You could have good news coming in around finances improving as well. Not bad. Take time for rest, relaxation, and self-care, and listen to your intuition. Listen to anything that Tarot wants me to know. Teamwork is favored around work, school, or business. Walk away from people, places, and things that no longer serve you. Maybe thinking about going back to school or learning a new area of study. And you may be feeling like life is moving forward and you're ready for it. You also could be planning travel. Aesthetic. What's Anna from Bachata's class thoughts about me? Okay. May find you to be... like pleasant, strong, confident, hardworking, sincere, compassionate. Okay. Yeah, there's just like mutual respect. Mutual respect. Anthony, ladies coming in for my sex life. I'm currently chatting with the Taurus Gemini girl. Yeah, it shows Gemini. Are you sure she's not a Gemini? Because it shows Gemini around you very strong. I don't see Taurus right now. You've got life moving forward towards greener pastures, but exploring your options leads to success. You also could have a Leo coming in. Weight of the world slips off your shoulders. New beginnings on the horizon. Life's moving forward. Not bad. Not bad. And then there was something else. There was another story. Shit, now I can't remember what it was. Something about the alarm went off or something, and he had to go over there. I'm like, I wouldn't have gone over there. I wouldn't have gone. I would have had somebody else go. I would have called the police. I would have made the police go. I can't remember what that story was. I'll have to ask him. And you know, as much as I believe in that kind of stuff, I'm always looking for something like a rational, like there has to be a rational reason why something is happening. There was another time when the lights were going off in the warehouse, like a certain section of the warehouse lights were going off and coming back on. I'm like, but is there a circuit breaker? Is there something that's not plugged in correctly? Like there has to be. And he's like, no, it's not. Everything's fine. I'm like, I'm looking for a reason. Will I get bad news? Eventually, everybody gets bad news. It's too broad of a question. I can't answer it. Debbie, Jake's last thoughts about me. I believe he no longer checks the letter. You may think that you're a grounded, stable person, a loyal friend, somebody who is down to earth. I don't know what the letter thing is about. I mean, he does seem a little distant, and I don't see communication here, but I think he thinks pretty highly of you or has a lot of respect for you. Jay, me and Brianna, Aries. You should have communication coming in or picking up. Although things are a little slow, there should be communication coming in or picking up. Listen to your intuition and don't be afraid to express your wants and needs around the situation, but slow and steady wins the race. Peach, would B want to be friends? Yeah, there is a potential friendship here. That could be. Dakota, general for the rest of the month. New beginnings are on the horizon that lead to success. You have the world at your feet. Take time for rest, relaxation, and self-care. Could be planning travel, and you might be feeling better compensated, better respected around work, school, or business. D for tomorrow. D for tomorrow. Old wounds heal and move into the past. Life comes into balance, and you may be feeling like maybe thinking about going back to school, learning a new area of study. Something may happen tomorrow that makes you happy around work, school, or business. You're not looking back on the past. Life is moving forward. Shania, how was E thinking that I didn't give time to show Bet his work for him earlier? He's not really thinking much about it. May have felt like you were just busy or you had other things to take care of. He's okay with it. He's not mad or anything. Is there anybody here I haven't answered for yet? And will I be meeting a good man soon? You have opportunity between now and the end of the year with an earth sign coming in. That's new energy, Taurus, Capricorn, Virgo. And you could have long-term commitment around your next relationship.
Mom, can we go to the bathroom?
Oh, Avery, please go to the bathroom. Take the dog with you, please. Avery, how many times have you gone to the bathroom in this house?
No, I'm so scared.
Okay, did anything ever happen?
No, I'm so scared.
Any monsters? Let me take her to the bathroom.
That's not that bad if we try to walk into the forest.
You don't have to go to the forest. No, why would you have to go to the forest? Go to the bathroom?
Yeah, like,
Look, he's coming.
it's not that hard.
Give you. No, you're talking to Papa. And for what reason? Want to kiss in the bathroom? No, you don't need to know who's going to blow kisses. Big Bird's imaginary friend, but he's real. Nobody believes Big Bird when he exists. No, nobody believes that. He's nice. Yeah, he's a good boy. Did you meet him?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's a nice guy. He looks like a big hairy elephant. Cyrus is not. Wait for Cyrus. Cyrus! Don't lock him out. Cyrus!
One man here. Wow.
Why? What are you worried about?
That's one man.
She doesn't know who Snuffleupagus is. How do you not know who Snuffleupagus is?
Look at that picture of Famke. What's she doing?
I don't know.
Is she? Yeah, like what film is she in?
I don't know what she's doing.
I think she's mad.
She's mad, maybe.
Yeah.
Brian, what's gonna happen tomorrow when me, Jeff, Jeremy, Chris, my dad all meet up? Maybe discussing something. Teamwork is favored. There may be discussions that come in that lead to success around, it could be a side business, side project, side hustle. Life moves forward towards greener pastures, and it may be a good time. You got the world at your feet. It looks pretty good. It looks pretty positive. Toka, love in June. Could have romance heating up with a fire sign, Leo, Sagittarius, Aries. Lay down the laws, set boundaries. It'll serve you well. Cause for celebration and life moving forward. Could bring success in around love. Don't settle for less than you want or deserve. It looks like new energy is coming in. You may have 2 fire signs, Leo, Sagittarius, Aries. Pretty good. Cyrus, come in here. Faria, advice on those bad haters I have at work. Ignore them and steer clear of them. Don't let them get under your skin. Don't give them the time of day. Just go about your business and ignore them as best you can. If you have to deal with them because it's a work-related thing, be cordial, but don't be too friendly. Fuck them. Susie, general for the rest of the week. General for the rest of the week.
I think we should go find him.
Cyrus!
No, let's go find him and stuff.
He'll be come back in. What are you worried about? What are you worried about? What are you worried about? There's nothing in here. There's nothing here to worry about. If there was, I wouldn't be here. We would be gone. We would be far gone. For the rest of the week, feeling ambitious, you should be able to accomplish whatever you set your mind to. You may be paying off a bill of debt or a loan. Could be thinking about going back to school, learning a new area of study. A disappointment heals and moves into the past. Life comes into balance. Not bad. Cosmic, I'm being too obsessive, but I want the marketing job. What are the odds that I'll get the job over the other candidates? I don't want to be the receptionist anymore. Okay, let's see. You got about a 70% chance you could get it. So let's see what happens. Okay, Julie. Hi, Leo Moon. Debbie, what made Jake become distant? It may feel like the two of you are not on the same page, so something is misaligned. He's pulling his energy back because he feels like things are misaligned. So I don't know if he thinks that you're looking for more from the relationship than he's willing to put in, but something is misaligned, and that's why he's pulling his energy back. Kat, what will happen between Cass and Katie? It's too broad of a question. I don't know what their relationship is, or like I need a specific question. It's just too broad. Like, what do you think is going to happen? Like, what are you asking will happen? Like, are they going to be in a relationship, go on vacation together, go back to school? Like, Jay, love. Well, you have the world at your feet and you're headed towards the 10 cups being full. You'll hear from somebody you're hoping to hear from, and that could change life for you for the better quickly. If you're not with anyone right now, you have a Leo and a Capricorn here. Old wounds heal and move into the past, and long-term commitment around your next relationship. You also may have a Taurus coming in. Not bad. Not bad. Leo Moon, will Dover Staffing offer the contract job to me? I think that they will, most likely. Tanya, finances, anything changing? I should sell all of my water from... You should. Sell it. You do have money coming in. You have money coming in and happiness coming in around things moving forward and feeling relief around finances improving. Disappointments heal and move into the past, and paying off a bill, a debt, or a loan could make you feel relief and ease anxiety. Julie, will the MS place call me in for an interview? I think that they will, yes. Kat, will Cass and Katie enter a committed relationship? I don't see commitment around this connection as of right now. Debbie, was Jake already in a relationship when I reached out after 10 years last June when we first got in touch? I don't think he was. I don't think he was. Oh, you're welcome. Julie, how does the MS interview go? It should go well. Feeling focused and grounded and stable, new beginnings are on the horizon that could lead to a new job offer. Life moves forward and you're ready for it. It should go well. Kevin, can I have a general for this week into the weekend? Success comes in around work, school, or business. You may be planning travel. Could be spending time with a Cancer or a Gemini. Old wounds heal and move into the past. Take time for rest, relaxation, and self-care. You may hear from somebody you're hoping to hear from, or get good news that you've been waiting on. And with the Magician, you have the ability to manifest new opportunities. Kimon, I believe I answered for you a while ago. You feel very secure with us, but then what are you worried about? Why? It looked like you were very nervous or uncomfortable about something when you were sitting in here before. What was it? She doesn't answer. She turns the thing back on. Susie, love reading for the next few weeks. Maybe spending time with an earth sign, Taurus, Capricorn, Virgo, or Capricorn, or both. You have a wish that comes true, although it may be slow and steady wins the race. The world is at your feet. Expressing your wants and needs around love may be helpful, and you may be making decisions that push life forward. Pretty good. Kevin, will I hang out with the Virgo L that I've been texting? Yes, I think you will. Jay for the rest of the week. You may be feeling better compensated, better respected around work, school, or business. You have a new beginning on the horizon that releases the weight of the world from your shoulders. Maybe spending time with the Capricorn, a wish comes true. Feeling ambitious, you should be able to accomplish whatever you set your mind to. Old wounds heal and move into the past, and life moves forward. You also may be planning travel. Georgia. Does it look like Chris will do jail time or just probation, and will he pay restitution? I think he could do jail time and pay restitution. Yeah, that made both of them may happen. Oh, Kat, I said I don't see a commitment around those two. I don't know where they are in their relationship right now, but I don't see commitment coming in. Is there anybody here I have an answer for? Hi, Dee Dee. Red, what do I need to know about me right now? You're growing, changing, and transforming, smart, intelligent, and down to earth. Make sure you take time for rest, relaxation, and self-care, but the hard work you put into work, school, or business comes back and pays off. Listen to your intuition. Dee Dee, general for June. General for June. You have something happening that makes you happy around a wish coming true. That may be around finances. Feeling ambitious, you should be able to accomplish whatever you set your mind to, and you may be planning travel. Take time for rest, relaxation, and self-care. A disappointment heals and moves into the past. Slow and steady wins the race, but life is moving forward. Pretty good. Pretty good. Oh, thank you. You're welcome. Mel, updated finance reading. Worried I have to get another job. I don't think you're going to need to. You've got things moving forward. A new side business, side project, side hustle could be bringing life back into balance and life moving forward. As of right now, I don't see a new job coming in. making decisions that push a journey forward. You may be going back to school, but I'm not convinced that you need to get a new job as of right now or another job. Could be working on another side hustle or a side thing or something that you're doing all yourself, but I don't think it's going to be like a going to a place and working kind of a job. But let's see what happens. Adonis, what to expect during the next interaction with V? It should go pretty well. So teamwork is favored, romance heats up, good communication comes in. Spending time together may make both of you feel happy and content. And like you may be spending a good chunk of time together. Looks pretty good. Start school Monday. Okay, good. That's it. All right, then I will wrap it up, and I'll see you guys tomorrow morning. Hopefully, I got to figure out when am I going to go ice skating. I'm as much as I'm not a morning person, I like to do physical activity better in the morning. But I want her to go, so maybe we'll go ice skating tomorrow night. So maybe that's what I'll do. I'll come home after dropping her off from school, and we'll do a live stream. Because then I have to go. I got to practice my 3 turns. Yeah, I don't do them well. Anyway, I'm gonna fix them. That's my goal for this week. Fix the 3 turns. Thank you all very much for being here. I'll see you guys.